Subic Bay, Philippines, December 26, 2025. A heavy-lift transport plane lands, delivering the final BrahMos supersonic cruise missile system. This marks a historic shift for the Philippine Armed Forces. The Marine Corps now operates one of the world's most advanced anti-ship missile systems. The Eagle, symbol of both the Philippines and the BrahMos missile, has truly landed. The country's defense is transformed, ready to protect its maritime territories with confidence. What makes the BrahMos system so vital for the Philippines? It's a supersonic cruise missile, faster than sound and extremely hard to intercept. Developed by India and Russia, BrahMos is among the world's most effective anti-ship missiles. For an island nation with vast coastlines, this is a necessity, not a luxury. The system acts as a shield, creating a protective bubble around the nation's shores. Any hostile vessel now faces a credible, potent threat, changing the strategic calculus for potential aggressors. Unlike slower missiles, BrahMos gives adversaries little time to react. Its speed, precision, and destructive power make it a true one-shot, one-kill weapon. This acquisition marks a leap forward, moving the Philippines from a reactive stance to active deterrence. The military can now proactively deny access to key maritime areas and enforce its laws within its exclusive economic zone. BrahMos is more than a weapon. It's a tool of sovereignty and a clear signal of the nation's resolve. The Philippines is writing a new chapter in its defense story. The armed forces now possess a deterrent they've never had before. Subic Bay buzzed with excitement as the Indian Air Force C-17 Globemaster appeared overhead. Philippine Marines stood ready. They would soon operate the BrahMos batteries. The cargo ramp lowered, revealing missile canisters, symbols of a new dawn. Filipino and Indian crews worked together, marking a historic partnership. A new era of national pride and strength had begun. Top officials called the BrahMos arrival a transformative moment for Philippine defense. The Secretary of National Defense emphasized its defensive purpose to deter aggression and protect maritime sovereignty. "We are a peace-loving nation, but we will not stand by while our territorial integrity is challenged," he declared. Military leaders praised the Marines, calling them guardians of the shores and urging them to wield this new tool with honor. The public's reaction was overwhelmingly positive. #BrahMos trended as Filipinos shared their pride and relief. For years, citizens watched foreign vessels encroach on their waters. Now they see decisive action. The BrahMos deal fosters unity and national confidence, empowering the people and strengthening resolve. It's not just about hardware, it's about building a stronger, more self-reliant nation. The psychological boost is as important as the missile's technical capabilities. Filipinos now stand firmly behind their armed forces and government's efforts to secure the future. The arrival of BrahMos is a symbol of national dignity restored. The country is united in its commitment to defend its sovereignty. This is a new era of pride and determination for the Philippines. Why is BrahMos a game changer? Its speed, up to Mach 3, makes it nearly impossible to intercept. Most regional anti-ship missiles are subsonic. BrahMos's supersonic velocity gives enemies little time to react. The Philippine variant has a range of 290 kilometers, allowing mobile batteries to control vast sea areas. Its advanced guidance system ensures pinpoint accuracy, even in cluttered maritime environments. The missile's flight profile is lethal. It travels high, then drops to sea-skimming altitude, evading radar until the last moment. A powerful warhead can cripple even large naval vessels. Mobility is key. BrahMos launchers are mounted on all-terrain trucks, making them hard to target. The shoot-and-scoot capability means batteries can move, fire, and relocate before an enemy can respond. This flexibility allows the Philippines to create an unpredictable, ever-present threat along its coastline. The combination of speed, range, precision, and mobility makes BrahMos a formidable defensive weapon. For the Philippines, it's a true force multiplier. The nation's maritime defenses are now among the most advanced in the region. The BrahMos deal is more than a military transaction. It's a milestone in India-Philippines relations. Signed in 2022, it was India's first BrahMos export, establishing it as a major defense exporter. For the Philippines, partnering with India marked a shift from traditional Western suppliers to a fellow democracy with shared security concerns. This is South-South cooperation in action, built on shared values and strategic interests. Both nations are committed to a free, open, rules-based maritime order. The agreement includes training, support, and maintenance, forging long-term institutional links. Expect more joint exercises, intelligence sharing, and maritime collaboration. This partnership enhances both nations' defense capabilities and regional stability. It's a sign of a maturing relationship, one that goes beyond economics to strategic security alignment. The deal reflects a new trend: Asian nations building their own networks and partnerships, reducing reliance on superpowers. The BrahMos partnership is a landmark in Asia's changing geopolitical landscape. The BrahMos system's arrival sends ripples across Southeast Asia, altering the regional security equation. For years, the South China Sea's military balance favored larger navies. Now, the Philippines has a credible anti-access capability. This forces all regional actors to reassess their strategies. Some fear an arms race, but for the Philippines, this is about catching up and establishing credible minimum defense. The move empowers the country to take a more assertive stance in ASEAN and advocate for a rules-based approach. It shows smaller nations can take concrete steps to protect their sovereignty. The BrahMos acquisition could inspire other ASEAN states to invest in their own defenses and strengthen regional cooperation. The impact depends on how the system is integrated into strategy and diplomacy. Used wisely, it can deter aggression and contribute to regional stability. The Philippines is now at the forefront of modern, technologically advanced defense in Southeast Asia. Its neighbors are watching closely as the security landscape evolves. Integrating BrahMos transforms the Philippines' defense strategy. For decades, the focus was internal security. Now, the country gains true anti-access and area denial capability. Mobile BrahMos batteries can hold any vessel within 290 kilometers at risk, redrawing lines of engagement. Foreign vessels must now contend with the threat of a swift, devastating missile attack. This shift provides a protective umbrella for the Navy and Coast Guard, allowing them to operate with greater confidence. The new system demands changes in doctrine, training, and organization. The armed forces are adopting a new way of thinking about coastal defense. Greater investment in intelligence and surveillance is required to maximize BrahMos effectiveness. The acquisition is a catalyst for broader modernization and a more integrated, network-centric approach to warfare. The Philippines' maritime security is now more robust and resilient than ever. The final BrahMos battery marks a strategic turning point for the Philippines. The most significant effect is credible deterrence, convincing adversaries that aggression will come at a high cost. For too long, the Philippines' maritime security narrative was one of vulnerability. BrahMos changes that to strength and self-reliance. The nation is now an active agent shaping its own destiny. This psychological shift fosters national identity and a collective will to defend sovereignty. Armed with a credible deterrent, the Philippines can engage in diplomacy from a position of strength. Its voice in regional forums will carry more weight, backed by the ability to enforce its interests. This is about achieving peace through strength, not aggression. December 26, 2025 will be remembered as the dawn of a new era. The Philippines is taking a bold step forward, redrawing Southeast Asia's strategic map. A new balance is emerging, with the Philippines standing as a more resilient and empowered nation. The BrahMos system is both shield and symbol of a nation ready to defend its future.